Well, Ravens, at least you try. You gave it a shot. You tried to win the game, and that's all you came up with. 3 points on offense. You did what you could. It is what it is. No need to make any improvements. No need to make any changes. No need to try to address the issues. It's one bad loss. Just run it back next week. You've been doing that all season. What's the point in improving as a football team? We're the Ravens. It's the Ravens' way to just run it back. It was one bad loss. We'll execute better next week. You got John Harbaugh in the press conference here talking about how they need to focus on improving the pass game. That needs to be the number one priority. I'm sure it will be, John. I'm sure it's definitely going to be the number one priority. I'm really sure. I don't know why he's trying to feed us this nonsense. Nothing's going to change. You got everybody on the Ravens flock talking about Greg Roman needs to be fired. He's got to go. Why should he be fired? He's doing exactly what the Ravens want him to do. That's why he's here. You got J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards running the hell out of the football, but let's have Tyler Huntley throw the ball 30 times. Now you're thinking, Roman. What's the reason? What would you talk about change for? Why you guys keep talking about change? What's the reason for this talk of change? Why would they need to change? Why would Greg Roman need to go? This is the Ravens' way. This is what they want. Y'all keep talking about Greg Roman needs to be fired. Let me tell you right now, Greg Roman ain't going nowhere. That man is so secure with his job, he's not going anywhere. Like I told you guys previously, this man is going to walk in to Owen Mills, Maryland on Monday morning. He's going to stroll in to his office. He's going to pick up his coffee. He's going to pick up his donuts. He's going to walk to his chair. He's going to sit down. He's going to lean back and relax because he knows his job security is the best in the league. This franchise doesn't have the guts to fire him. John Harbaugh doesn't have the guts to fire him. Eric DeCosta don't have the guts to fire him. Steve Buscaglia, the owner, has no guts in terms of firing Greg Roman. Greg Roman ain't going nowhere. This is what the Ravens want. So please, stop talking about Greg Roman needs to be fired. He's not going anywhere. Stop it. He's not going anywhere. Of course we all want the man gone, but the Ravens clearly don't. Let's stop talking about it. We keep talking about he needs to be fired. I've been speaking on that for years. He got to go. They don't want to get rid of him. So let's stop talking about it. This is your offensive coordinator for the rest of the year. This is the guy. Get used to it. He's not going anywhere. So, with that being said, another loss for the Ravens. You are now 9-5 on the season. Not bad. But guess what? Guess what? Your hold on the AFC North may have just come to an end because Cincinnati was right behind you. And if they can beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tomorrow, they're going to be first in the AFC North. And they will have the advantage on you because they will be 10-4. And you probably won't catch up. So you'll probably have to be a wild card spot. That loss might have cost you the division. Who the hell knows? But with the way you're playing right now, I don't think any team or any fan base should really have any trust in you in terms of doing anything in the playoffs. That game right there was pathetic. Oh my God, nearly 200 yards rushing between your duo in J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, and you decide to throw the ball 30 times with Tyler Huntley. Genius. I couldn't have thought of that myself, man. Greg Roman he's just such an offensive genius. You're running the ball so effectively with J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. Both of them are nearly averaging a first down every time they touch the rock. J.K. Dobbins was carving up the Browns defense. But instead you choose to throw the ball 30 times. I mean, that's some S-tier level thinking right there. What a play caller, man. What an offensive coordinator. Genius. Woo! Oh my God. I wish I had that level of ability. I would love to call plays like that. Let's move away from what's working and try to do something else that's not working in the slightest. Now you're thinking. I'm sure Cleveland was sitting back and thanking you guys for making the switch because they couldn't stop the run worth a damn. But the minute you started throwing the ball, they're like, yes, Baltimore is actually gullible enough to throw the ball 30 times instead of handing the ball off to their backs. Oh man, we gonna eat tonight. And the funny thing about this, Cleveland tried to hand you the football game. They missed multiple field goals, had multiple opportunities, got knocked out of field goal range a couple times because the defense was making plays. They tried to give you this game, but Baltimore's offense said, nah, we don't want it. We're going to keep throwing the ball. We don't need to run. Averaging about 200 yards. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's so much to this game. I mean, this was a Greg Roman classic. I don't think we've ever seen a game like this from Greg Roman. The running game is working. It's carving up their defense. They're eating. And he says, no, I don't want to run the ball. Greg Roman doesn't want to run the ball? Interesting. 30 attempts. 30 attempts. 3-0 attempts in the pass game for Tyler Huntley. That's the way to go. Despite the fact that everybody knew coming into the game, the running game was going to dictate who would win. Nah, let's throw the football. Let's throw the football. They can't stop the run. J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards are both nearly averaging a first down every time they touch the rock. But let's throw it 30 times with Tyler Huntley. Now you're thinking, Roman. Fantastic. You got a 2-minute offense here. Have an opportunity to go down the field. Maybe try to see if you can get a touchdown out of this. But let's just keep killing the clock. Genius. But then again, teams that actually trust their offense to go down the field, score a touchdown, they don't bleed the clock the way the Ravens are doing. They bled that clock all the way down because they knew this offense was not getting in the end zone. They didn't have any trust in them, but they got into field goal range. And then Tucker missed the kick. Let me tell you, this has been a consistent thing. Tucker hasn't missed a lot of kicks, but when he has, especially under 50, that means the game has gone to hell and nothing's going to go right for the Ravens. Go back and look at the playoff games where Justin Tucker has missed a field goal. Things did not end well for us. Go back and look at the few regular season games where Justin Tucker has missed a field goal. Things did not end well for us. If Justin Tucker is not hitting field goals under 50, we are probably going to lose that game. I tried to explain that to some of you in the live stream. You guys apparently didn't get it. You learned today. I can't wait for the next time it happens. And some people are like, well, it don't matter. We still go win. When we lose that game, maybe they'll learn too. But when Justin Tucker misses, oh, that means all hell done broke loose because this team has no idea what they're doing. They're lost. Marcus Peters got injured. Calais Campbell got injured. I mean, things couldn't get worse for you. But with the Ravens, let's run it back next week. No need to make any changes and improvements. Oh, my God. What a game. What a game. And I'm not even mad. That's the thing about it. I can't believe it. I sat back and watched that whole game and I was live streaming and I could not believe how calm I was. I just wasn't angry. I'm so used to this that I just wasn't angry. There was no rage. There was none. I'm just so used to it because I know the Ravens aren't going to improve. I know the Ravens aren't going to change. Greg Roman's not going to go anywhere. Things are not going to get better for the Ravens. The only thing they can do at this point is hope and pray for our Savior, Lamar Jackson, to come back and save us. You see that guy right there? You see this guy? This guy right here, number 8. That is your only hope. This guy right here is your only hope. This guy is your only hope. And you know the sad part about it? You know the true sad part about it? Is that we have to have this guy. We have to rely on this guy to carry the offense, bro. We have to rely on this guy. Now, thankfully, when he steps on the field, hopefully at some point, maybe next week against the Falcons, who knows? When he steps on the field, he's going to have a J.K. Dobbins and a Gus Edwards. 2 guys he trusts. He'll have them. So maybe we could do something with that. Who the hell knows? But we've had to rely on this guy to carry us. And he's done everything in his power. And many people in this fan base has been ungrateful for what this man has done. Is he perfect? No. Has he made mistakes? Obviously. Have we criticized him for it? Yes. I've held Lamar Jackson accountable for when he himself has not played up to his standards. When he's made bad plays, where he's thrown dumb picks, I've held him accountable. But I also understand what this man is working with. And the whole world got to see it on national television. I'm telling you, bro, the media is changing their minds. They're looking at the Ravens and saying, how incompetent of a football team are you? You serious? This is what you surrounded with your MVP quarterback? Before, we used to blame Lamar, but damn, this is what he's got to work with. How can anybody win with this type of weapons? How can anybody win in that type of scheme? How can anybody expect to win a Super Bowl with what Lamar Jackson's surrounded with offensively? But we still put that expectation on him. If Lamar comes back and he doesn't play well or the team doesn't play well, everyone's going to blame Lamar and say it's his fault. No one's going to care. That's kind of just how it is. And it's unfortunate. The defense today, honestly, they gave up 13 points. Really should have given up more, but Cleveland was trying to give us the football game. I don't know why they were trying to give us the game. They're still fighting for their playoff lives. Why were they trying to give us the game? I don't know. But, defense, they tried to make some stops. They gave up some plays here and there. Patrick Queen looked bad on that touchdown. Like, Amari Cooper, Patrick Queen was in the right spot originally to try and make that tackle, and then he just drifted to his right, which he had no reason to do because you had Marlon Humphrey coming across the middle to make sure he can cut off any sort of spot that Amari Cooper could run. If Patrick Queen stays in this spot, he has a chance to stop Amari Cooper from getting in the end zone. Instead, he bit on it. He went towards the right, got off his spot for no reason, and Amari Cooper could just turn around and run right into the end zone. Yeah. David Ojabo was supposedly supposed to play. He was active, but I don't remember seeing him out there. If he was out there, okay, maybe we'll have to look at the snap sheet later, but I heard nothing from him. I'm not even sure he really stepped on the field. He was active, but I don't remember seeing him on the field at all. So maybe he was there, maybe he wasn't. I don't know. Yeah, but this defense, they tried to do what they could, man. But, yeah, when your offense only gives you 3 points, you got nothing to work with there. Offense was awful, bro. You had Huntley who threw a pick. You had DeMarcus Robinson who fumbled the football. We got stopped on that first drive when we went for it on 4th down. I mean, they couldn't do anything right. For special teams, Justin Tucker, man, he had a rough day. He missed that first field goal, and the second one, which wasn't even his fault, he got blocked on that. So, yeah, 2 missed field goals there. I know Justin Tucker was hurt. He felt he let his team down. He talked about it, and they had to tell him it wasn't his fault because it wasn't his fault. He can't be perfect. He's only human. But Justin Tucker's the greatest kicker to ever play this game, in my opinion. So you're going to have moments like that, and it wasn't his fault. Especially the second one, because it was blocked. You can't do anything as a kicker when a kick gets blocked. It is what it is at that point. And it's unfortunate that had to happen to Tucker, but it is what it is. Yeah, offense was just awful. Coming into this game, you knew it was going to be a quick game. You knew it was going to be dominated by the run game. You knew you had to dominate time of possession, and you knew you couldn't afford to turn the ball over. You did everything wrong. You just turned the ball over multiple times. You really ran away from the run game instead of having the run game dictate what you do, and you couldn't really control time of possession here because Cleveland kept getting the ball and they kept doing something with it. Meanwhile, you keep throwing the ball and you're going 3 and out and you're giving the football back because you got to keep punting. So you did nothing right. You ran away from exactly what you needed to do to win this game. So congrats to the Ravens for that. Well done. Defense gave up some plays, but they held them to 13 points ultimately, and that's all you can hope to do. As a defense, hold your opponents off to 13 points. You would assume your offense could give you more than 13 points, but not the Ravens offense, at least not without Lamar. It's funny because, with Lamar, they average, 20 to 25 points a game? I believe they were averaging 25 points a game before Lamar went down. Over the last 3 games, the Ravens have totaled 26 points. 26 points in the 3 games they didn't have Lamar Jackson. He's averaging 25 points as a quarterback for your offense, despite all the bad weapons and the schemes. Yet without him, you get 26 points total in 3 games. Interesting. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to say here. I'm not on this whole fire this, fire that. I've already told you nothing's going to change. I don't really have much to say here because this isn't even a rant video. I'm just pointing out the obvious. This is what the team is. I will say this, though. Nothing's going to change. They're going to run it back. It was only 1 bad game. Whatever John Harbaugh's telling you in the press conference really doesn't mean much because we tried to listen to what he said in the press conference and we're seeing nothing change. So when he's saying one thing and nothing's changing and nothing's improving, how can we trust his word? You keep talking about how the offense is going to improve, but it doesn't. And guess what? The same issues with the delay of games, they popped up again today. And in the false starts, they popped up again today. I thought we were going to fix those problems, John. Why are they still here? Oh, well, they're still here because they're still here. It is what it is at the end of the day. We don't really improve. We don't really change. We don't really look to fix issues. We're the Ravens. Let's just run it back next week. We'll be all good. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say. Ravens, you are what you are. Better hope Lamar comes back next week to play against the Falcons, and you better pray he can carry this team. Otherwise, you could end up missing the playoffs if Lamar does not return for the rest of the season. It is what it is at the end of the day. We just keep trucking forward. I did say we would go 12-5. If you get Lamar back, I think you could potentially end up 12-5. But this may be more of an 11-6, maybe 10-7 type of season for you. Assuming Lamar doesn't come back. If he does come back, maybe 12-5. If he can run the table, I don't know. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Ravens embarrassed themselves against the Cleveland Browns, and nothing's going to change. We're going to run it back next week. With that being said, that is all I've got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.